Okay, so in our previous video, we managed to add the life and control the life of the player. So you can also use the same logic to add a life to a player. Like for instance, um, the player got in contact with the heart or any object that will add life. So all you need to do is just simply create a trigger for that one and add a script like life script or heart script, and then you're gonna create like this. So other that tag that player, what you're gonna do, player manager that player life plus equals 1. Like it's any fall detector minus equals 1. So you're gonna create a script for that one. So anyway, our video will focus on the respawn. Kasi pa? Okay. Alright, so where were we? So we're going to respawn the player now. So we already set the checkpoint of the player and we already added the fall detector. So now every time the player falls, the player will be inactive temporarily and will be respawn to the checkpoint. So we're going to open our player movement or player, what was the name of our script? Player movement, and we're gonna add a float delay. Actually, we don't need to add the float delay. We can just pass the float delay here. So ignore that. Respawn delay ito. We're just gonna go to this one. Okay. Game object. So we're gonna add a trigger in our player movement here. So here we're gonna create bawa niya just below the update. Okay, below here. So public void on trigger enter 2D collider 2D other. So sorry, void sadya. So if other dot tag equals to fall detector. So fall detector tag is here. If you click fall detector, we already have the tag name fall detector here. Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a start coroutine respawn delay, but we're gonna make the respawn delay dulu sini. Okay. Another thing we're going to do is we're gonna set the respawn point in the current position of the player during the start method. So here in our start, below player life, we're gonna create a respawn point. What was our variable? Huh? Oh, we haven't created the variable. We have to create public vector 3 respawn point. Okay. So public vector 3 respawn point. Okay, so here the respawn point equals to transform that position or the current position of the player. Okay. Here we also have checkpoint. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, now bagus. So now go to player movement. So if the player falls sana, we're gonna do a start coroutine. Let's just call it player respawn. Okay. And then we're gonna detect if other dot tag equals to checkpoint, meaning if the player got in contact with the checkpoint, we're gonna change the checkpoint position. We already created it. Sorry, respawn point. Respawn point to other dot transform dot location. Good job. Position, bukan location. Yes, transfer position. The position of the checkpoint. So now we're gonna do the coroutine player respawn just outside on trigger enter 2D. So the code is simple: public IE numerator respawn delay, public IE. So the name is bukan respawn delay anymore. I changed it to player respawn. Okay. Okay. So here we're gonna create yield return new wait for seconds, wait for seconds. Yes, yield return new wait for seconds, and then we're gonna put here like 1f, the delay is 1 second, and here game object. Sorry, my mistake. Game object dot set active is false, and then it's only for 1 second, and then we're gonna set active lagi or enable the player through and transform that position of the player is equals to the respawn point. So if the player died, what we call this? If the player died in the beginning, the respawn point is the initial location. But if the player got in contact with a checkpoint, so the player punya position is on that flag punya position. So if they die and reaching the checkpoint, the position is already the last checkpoint. So player respawn and so on. So we will save this, and let's see after reaching let's say initially dulo, if I die in the beginning without reaching a checkpoint, can I respawn back sana and my life is kurang. But if I reach another checkpoint and then let's say I fell here, so I will be, oh, sala. I was supposed to be respawn sana sini. Okay, let me fix this. There must be something wrong with the fall detector. Okay, I know. I haven't tagged the checkpoint. Or I think I tagged it so that tapi I didn't apply the tag. So please tag it to the checkpoint or else this code won't work because there's no tag for the checkpoint. So I will click apply so that it will apply to all the red flags checkpoint here in our script scene. So I'll double click. Yep, at the checkpoint. So let me try now. Okay, let's say die. So now I respawn where the checkpoint is. So that's how you do it. Mati. Okay. End of video. And I will upload this.